Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have something a little bit different. I mean, it's a sneaker unboxing, of course, but it's not a lifestyle sneaker, it's a running sneaker. And I picked up the Vomero 17 in my true size, which is a US 9, UK 8. Now, the reason I picked this shoe up is because I've been training at the gym on and off, not regularly, as you can tell. Man's nowhere close to being fit, but I also wanted to throw in a bit of a cardio aspect. I don't do any sort of cardio at all. It's just weight training. And since the weather right now is getting a little more pleasant in Dubai, I thought, let's try and incorporate, I'd like to say runs, but I think I'm only going to get down to some walks. And that's what made me pick up the Vomero 17. Now you guys already know I have this one pair of Vaporfly. You would have seen it on my vlogs or on my reels, which in case you're not following me on Instagram, you should. The link's in the description. So these are your Vaporfly from Nike. This is the 2. Right now the 3 is in the market, I guess. And this is more of a race day shoe because it's got a carbon fiber shank as well. And it's super lightweight. This is the Ekiden collection. And I realized these make sense. Now obviously race day shoes, probably you can put up to 500 kilometers on them in terms of mileage. So I thought I'd set them aside for if I actually ever run in a competitive environment. Maybe a marathon, maybe a 5K marathon. So that's why I picked up something that's going to be a daily runner. And perhaps on certain days I might want to wear it to the gym as well. But as for the box, this comes in your regular orange Nike box. Let's get the pair itself out. Bam! There you have it, the Vomero 17. There's a few reasons why I chose the Vomero 17. Obviously, when I was looking for a pair in the market to buy for running, there were 2 other products that I was considering. One is the Pegasus 41. The Pegasus 41 came out this year. Every year they make a new iteration, so it's been going on from 15, 16, 17, so on. The Pegasus 41, there was this really beautiful Volt colorway that I loved. But I tried them on and I wasn't really a big fan of the cushioning because I'd like to have a lot of comfort and cushioning when I'm going for my walks or my runs. Just for the knees because man's getting old. The other pair that I considered was the Structure. The Structure is something that provides you with enough support to keep your pronation in place. Now I do pronate, again, I don't know if it's under or over. I think it's over is on the other side, under is on the inside. But yeah, I'm kind of flat-footed. But I tried the Structure and the Vomero side by side. I decided to go with the Vomero because this one's not too bad with the support. It does provide you with a neutral ride as against the Structure that's obviously built for it. But a few reasons why I picked this up is, of course, the dual density foam. Starting off with, you have Nike's ZoomX foam right here. As you can see, it's all soft. And then you have the Cushlon 3.0 right here. As you can tell, there's a different layer of foam in itself. This dual density foam gives it a very cushy stride, while at the same time giving it enough of pop as you run. And of course, there is a drop as well. The drop from the heel to the toe is about 10 millimeters. And the shoe comes in at under 325 grams. The upper's got this nice engineered mesh. As you can see, it's very translucent and it should have a fair amount of breathability compared with the earlier models. Now, I wasn't a big fan of the Vomero 16, but I gotta tell you, I saw teased images of the Vomero 18 that's coming out next year, maybe in about 6 to 9 months. And man, those, amazing. Well, let's look at the traction. You have the solid lugs right there done on the traction, and you can also see that it's been split, hence therefore giving it a fair amount of flexibility. Look at how it crushes or creases, but hey, these are running shoes, so a fair amount, which is good to keep your feet muscles a little more flexible and stronger rather than having something that's a lot more rigid and therefore impacting on how you run. Another reason why I picked this pair up is because I am a heel striker. I know that's shunned upon, but that's how I run. So with this amount of cushioning right here, that's going to give me a fair bit of protection. In terms of detailing, you can see the creasing right here, but that's bound to happen. One run in and I'm pretty sure the entire midsole will be creased, but that is how the cushioning works. In terms of branding, you have a Nike swoosh done right here, a tiny one, a massive swoosh on the side, and on the back you have these two dots which are 3M reflective, and this tiny flag which has the swoosh on it on either sides. On the tongue is where you see the Nike Vomero 17 branding done right here. It's kind of like jeweled or like a sticker, and it's got a nice gusseted tongue. No real eyelets for the laces except for the ones right here on top, but you have this loop that the laces run through, which helps keeping everything secure. Proper padding, adequate in the heel area, so that should help reduce the chafing. And on the inside, of course, you have Nike running, and just do it with that swoosh. The heel counter's quite solid, so that shouldn't really mess with the running. I'll really know once I put this to the test. But you also have that tiny swoosh done right here. That's about it. That's like a quick review I wanted to do. I'm gonna slip these on feet to show you how they look indoors. So this is how they look on feet. True to size, there's just like a smidge of space in the front right here. But for those of you that have wide feet, luckily the Vomero 17 also comes with a wide foot option, so you could always try those on instead of going up a size or something. So the Vomero 17 is something that would be considered a max cushioning pair because of the dual density foam, of course, ZoomX Cushlon 3.0, making it very, very squishy. And that's something that I was going after with this pair, something that I could use as a daily runner. I must point out that the earlier version had like a 4-foot zoom unit, like an encapsulated zoom unit, which they took off for this version. But like I was saying, the ZoomX foam, the Cushlon foam, gives you that nice, cushy, comfortable ride. So essentially, I would say this is a beefed up Pegasus. So if somebody that likes running in Pegasus but wants a lot more cushioning, then you'd probably go with the Vomero. Bam! And that's it for the Vomero 17. Tell me guys, do you prefer running as well? I know in some other countries, I mean if you're in Europe and all of that, it's winter now. But if you're going to be anywhere like Australia or India or even the Middle East, now's the running season, so I am keen to put on some miles on it. Speaking of, like I was saying, you could probably put 500 kilometers on the Vaporfly on pairs like this because of the way they are built as daily runners and all of this outsole being so sturdy. You can easily go up to 1000 kilometers. Man, if I did 10 kilometers a day, that's still 100 days. I don't think I'm going to do 10 kilometers per day. I'm probably going to throw in 3 or 4 miles, maybe capping it off at 5 kilometers, not miles, 5 kilometers. So 5 kilometers into how many days? 200 days? And I'm not going to go running every day. But hey, it is what it is. Thanks for staying all the way to the end, you guys. I appreciate you. Get into some activity, stay fit. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.